Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, The Talking Ball.
I found your Galgo mag.
Thank you. What is he doing here? What is he doing here?
Dude, I already told you, man.
How is he already mic'd up?
I bought this one.
You bought that.
Yeah, Amazon.
How much was it?
How much was it?
$49.99.
Lies.
A little bit more expensive than that, but okay. Well, we have Nick here. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Pretty good, how are you?
So we're going over my Galil, and it's a Galil SAR. And this thing is pretty cool. So this was built out by NSWE. Now here's something fun about Galils, is whenever I think about Galils or when I want to talk about Galils, my brain doesn't comprehend the Galil. Does this happen to anyone else? Is it just me? Is it just me?
I just learned how to say its name right.
The Galil's a really cool gun. You know what's strange is that it doesn't get that much love though in American culture. Well, it's not, it does, but it doesn't. All right, well, let's dive on it. Come on. The story behind this gun real quick is that it is a Tort receiver built out by NSWE, our kind of pipe dream apparel. Fantastic zoomers getting after it in the night vision game. So you have a combination of beautiful Milsurp worlds coming together to make a fantastic video. So big thank you to those guys for sponsoring this video. Now, so the Galil is a pretty simple gun, especially in this configuration. It's not like the cool, modern Aces. They're gonna be the little bit older, more retro SAR. So the backstory with Galil, are you familiar with the backstory of Galils?
I'm not, I'm here to
It's
learn.
gone spicy today. Gentlemen, it's like 114 out today.
It's 116.
It's 116? Wow, we're tough.
The camera's about to overheat.
This gun on a nice hot day is in its perfect environment. It's a gun built for, in my opinion, desert fighting. Well, kind of. It was built with that in mind. So the big two users I can think of course, are going to be Israel and South Africa. Hence my 3-2 battalion themed chest rig, a chest rig that comes with a litany of controversy, and I got it from Misty Mountain Supply Co. Big thank you, Misty Mountain. And the Galil, where it shines, I think we're in a good state to show it off in Arizona. But this was built out with the intention of a desert warfare gun, because the Israelis, when they were building out Galils, they had the issue with their FALs in the desert environment not working to how they wanted. So they took a lot of the favorite features from a lot of the guns they had access to, and they came up with the Galil. Now, this is gonna be the Galil SAR, and of course, South Africa would have their versions of the Vector, and there's gonna be, of course, a bunch of differences between them. They're very much so cosmetic differences, and so I decided to lean into a hybrid, I guess, of IDF with SADF kit. I have IDF pants on. If no one cares, admin, no one cares. That's essentially it. It's a really simple gun. Like I was saying, there's a few things that just kind of make it a bastardization of multiple different guns. It has the looks of an AK with that receiver / a Valmet. You have a stock of what looks like a paratrooper FAL. It's cool because you have enhanced features too, such as a safety selector. On the other side, you can actuate with your thumb. A better, I would say, mag release. And then you have some heat guard action up here. The gas tube's really weird. The gas tube's rather loose. And then you have probably better iron sights, at least a longer throw of sights, of course, unlike an AK. So gun's very simple. These kind of guns aren't crowd bringers. They are very much sought after by, you start to get much more niche and niche as you go on. There is a big crowd, for the AR, there's a big crowd for the AK. People of all walks of life do love those guns. But when it comes to the Galil, it starts getting down to this little weirder niche crowd, because a lot of people aren't seeking out Galils, especially in the older patterns such as this. They're not even that practical anymore, because mounting up anything modern to them is pretty much gonna be a pain in the butt. You're gonna have to get some accessories that probably aren't floating around to the level that you'd want them to. Leave me alone, it's hot.
Dude, it's like 118 now.
It's like 120 degrees out. So we'll quickly go over the gun real quick. So I believe it has an 18-inch barrel in this particular model. You'll see it has the cutout for a bipod, but it doesn't have the right handguard for a bipod, so thus it has no bipod. Surefire 660 on a Weaver mount for the retro vibes. I think after this video, I'm gonna take it off because I hate how it's doing. You got a different style charging handle, unlike what you would see on an AK. Nice little reach over top or reach around the side. Wait, reach around the side.
Dude.
Now you got some 6 sights. You have some flip up sights that help out with nighttime, I believe, but they're pretty slick, they're pretty cool. And you flip them on down. Magazines are pretty cool. Now, of course, these are YouTube certified, less than 20 rounds magazines, but on a normal Galil mags, I believe they're gonna be around 35 rounds. What's going on here? There we go. I think they're gonna be around 35 rounds if they're a normal Galil mag, but thankfully for YouTube, these are not that. 20 rounds, baby. It's pretty much a very simple rundown of the gun. Do you have any questions?
I'll say I was actually quite impressed when we were loading mags, because I actually thought they were just standard M4 mags. It's
crazy.
I noticed the top.
Yeah, isn't it nuts?
Yeah, that'd be a real jam if you're fighting alongside and you're running an M4 and you ask this guy to throw you a mag because you ran dry.
Oh yeah, it'd be pretty funny. I think the gun was giving me a lot of issues. You'll see my mental breakdown in the video, but I believe it's a mag issue on this one. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to talk to my boys over at NSWE, but this mag was working pretty much flawlessly, and then some of my other mags were just not working too hot. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. That's pretty much all the interesting things about this particular model. It's a very short and sweet little overview of this thing, mainly being it's just such a simple gun. There's gonna be a bunch of little nuances you could go into, but Ian of Forgotten Weapons actually has a really good video on like the comparison between the Galil SAR and the Vectors. I'd say go watch that if you really want to get some good comparisons. It's comparisons such as like, all right, you have the front sight loop, which is bigger on the Vector as opposed to the SAR, stuff like that. It's a bunch of little cosmetic stuff that I, for starters, don't have a Vector to compare it against, and two, all I got is a SAR, so it's kind of like the same point. I just wasted your time. Now, we've talked enough. I said we play some games. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Sav, you ready?
I'm ready.
We're gonna play Pig. We're playing GAY, because if you lose, you're getting off strong. Oh, fudge. That's actually gonna be a tough one with the irons. It's got even harder. Oh, fudge. I hit arms today, okay? Fudge.
Oh. Oh.
Oh. What is going on? Fudge. Beep. One arm. Now we're tied up. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, it is just me. I like where your head's at. All right, this is turning out a little harder than I thought. I can get you out just doing this over and over. We gotta keep the show going.
Feel I'm like drowning in this sling.
Feel them where I just keep going from this position.
So it's gonna be like, oh, discrimination.
All right, let's see what you got. I win! We had a rough start, but I came out on top. I won on my own channel. Yay! Let's see if this gun has what it takes to be the weapon for House Atreides on the planet Dune.
Tell it how you really feel.
You stupid piece of shit.
What are you doing?
Burying you.
And the first subscriber that finds this Galil out in the desert gets to keep it. Welcome back to Mr. Admin.
Oh, look at she dirty.
Ugh, my eyes. It's dusty.
Dude, that drip looks sick.
Well, I guess it passed this terrible scientific test. Impressive, Galil. You may have this one. Nick, was this your first time shooting a Galil SAR?
Yeah, actually, it was quite interesting. I had fun with it. It was very reminiscent of the AK-47, but I did notice that when shooting a reduced A zone at approximately 50 yards, the front iron sight post was like almost 2 times the size of the target. So I thought that was quite interesting if you were to use this as like a CQB rifle. I did think the gun was very fun to shoot. It's a little heavy, a little excessive. You gotta think I'm 5'6", 130 pounds. This is not a gun I would want to be trucking along.
She is thick for what she is. That is definitely true.
There's a beauty in it though. It's definitely cool, like you said. I think being the first time shooting this gun, I learned a little bit about it. I enjoyed it, but it's definitely not something I would go out of my way and purchase and put in the safe.
Well, Jimmy, this is a hard, dirty, little fast look at the, gentlemen, this was a hard, fast look at the Galil, and I appreciate you stopping by. You know, the Galil, and to me, intrinsically, it is a really cool gun. I love the history of it. I love its connection to South Africa, and so it makes it fun for a little military historical aspect. So overall, it's a good piece for the collector, but I think as far as like the mass appeal goes, I don't think it's there. Of course, gun's also super outdated. You know, it's not really a modern gun. It's not like the Ace, so there is that. You know what you're kind of getting into if you're a gun guy. So I'm just kind of saying water's wet at this point. Overall, gentlemen, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, Patreon is a great way to support the channel. Early access to videos, behind the scenes content. There's a Discord. We stay up late, talk about end of day Armis, as well as merchandise. You rock some swag, let some girls know that you like a niche firearms channel. All right, let's get out of here.